I am a grandson and son of immigrants. My father was brought to San Francisco when he was a boy by his father, a widower. My mother was born in Sacramento, California, to parents who had immigrated. Like all immigrants to America, my father and my grandparents came to this country boldly seeking new life and opportunity. I was just 4 years old when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor on the island of Hawaii on December 7, 1941, and the lives of all Japanese Americans were suddenly and drastically changed. The next day, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt declared war on Japan. February 19, 1942, now commemorated as the Day of Remembrance, was a day that we Japanese Americans will never forget, when the President ordered all Japanese Americans on the West Coast to be rounded up and jailed in prison camps. It was all scary and confusing. I was grateful that Daddy took charge and Mama was brave. This is the story of how they cared for my siblings Henry and Reiko and me and kept us safe.
We're here at Symphony Space. We just watched George Takei talk about his book.
Yes.
We got our
And
copies
his life.
and his life.
Yeah.
An amazing experience of hearing about the terrible experience that is still a stain on our country.
You know what I took away from it? Just not only the terrible experience that's a stain on our country, but the fact that after all of that, he can still be the positive person that he is for himself and for Japanese Americans and for people who obviously aren't Japanese American. The fact that he's still able to be that positive of a person is astonishing.
Yeah. His level of advocacy for everyone is astonishing and inspirational.
Yes. And he's very eloquent and charming.
Yes.
Because obviously I'm a big Star Trek fan, but I've heard George talk about this book, and it's just so important. And I have to get the book because I want to be able to see it every day and think about why this is important and why it matters and how lucky we are to get to carry on these stories. So it was just wonderful. Thank you.